Doing these retrospective year-end lists is a little bit weird. Not only am I 8 years past any cultural relevance or overplay that these songs might have had, I am also not going through the charts week after week, picking out what's new in the top 40 and listening to them then. Instead, I chose to go through the year-end Hot 100 list and picking out anything interesting from the top 40. At the same time, I think this list will stand up better than some of the other lists. Like, it's only been a year since I did the best songs of 2017, and I already regret not including Gorgeous or Praying. So without any further ado, here are the best and worst pop songs of 2010.
In hindsight, the Justin Bieber hate was pretty overblown. I never found his voice to be as terrible as people says it was, and normally he can at least carry a song. However, his voice is incredibly overproduced on this track, which just grinds the song to an absolute halt until eventually Jaden Smith shows up and delivers one of the worst guest rap verses ever. This song is what we amateurs like to refer to as pure hype. It's a brag rap that has a beat worth rapping about. Drake and Lil Wayne surprisingly don't sound like they're phoning it in, managing to outperform Kanye West of all people. As the song progresses, the beat throws in more chips and tricks to keep you entertained. My favorite being the piano behind Lil Wayne. It's hard for me to pinpoint exactly what I don't like about this song. I find the beat to be too slow and sultry to really be a party jam, but it's still half trying to be a party jam except for when it isn't. Rihanna's vocals are trying to be assertive and sexy, but they're just bored or obnoxious at other times. I just find the song to be confusing. My butt! It's moving by itself! I can't stop shaking it! Must get lower! I didn't know my ass could move like this! Hashtag we need to bring Luda back. I'm personally not a fan of a symptom just cuts in and out on every single beat. But in the end, it's the singers who don't have enough presence to pull off a huge dance hit, coming across as strained. Everyone knows why these lyrics suck, and the less said about the rap breakdown the better, so I'm just gonna pretend it never happened. Big Mood. This song perfectly captures the emotion of hanging out with your friends at 3 a.m. in your basement. You're in 5th grade and you're watching Adult Swim, not really because you like it, but more because you know that your parents won't like it, breaking a picture during a pillow fight and having to run upstairs without waking your parents to get a band-aid. I'm sure this is exactly what Katy Perry had in mind while making the song. She's just that much of an artistic genius. This is supposed to be a huge vocal showcase for Usher, really showing off the height of his vocal abilities. Only it's by far his most grating and worst vocal performance that I've heard from him, at least out of all of his hits. The instrumentation is an extremely boring R&B beat that just drags on for 5 minutes until it gives you the sweet, sweet release of death, and by death I mean the song ends and you can go about the rest of your life. 2010 Kanye was rocking some intricate and almost overproduced beats. You could really hear the time and effort put into each and every one of them. Monster goes for a dark and heavier sound, featuring a great hook, and of course Nicki Minaj's best guest verse ever. The bookends are a great way to introduce and finish off this musical journey. The verses have barely any instrumentation behind them, and this is a problem because 303 are seeing how low they can set the bar as far as acceptable vocal deliveries go. I'm not interested in your kissy noises, thanks. However, the chorus is actually pretty good, which stops this from being the worst song of the year or the decade. There is some fire acoustic guitar playing going on in this track, and it's used to play out a somber ode to nostalgia. The lyrics are a perfect blend of relatable and personal, and while the other instruments may get a little cheesy at times, the song mostly plays into country strengths, making a genuinely resonant song and a welcome surprise as I revisited this year. I've stopped hating early 2010s Kesha, but the song exemplifies the worst traits of late 2000s dance music. There's the right amounts of instruments, effects, and sounds throughout the song, but they're not balanced properly, so some parts are boring because there's only one thing happening, while I'm currently talking to my lawyer about bringing the rest to court for assault. There is something deeply moving about someone who does not believe in love, falling in love anyway. She's doomed from the start because she doesn't believe that she can be saved. The song ends on a bittersweet note where you just know that it's not going to work out for her, but it opens up the possibility that maybe somewhere down the line it will, and you really want it. I know I'm not much of a lyrics guy normally, but the instrumental's main point here is to give more weight to the lyrics, and I'm not going to fault it for doing exactly that.
Your fucking nightmare.
Oh hey, she wants to die so that she can be remembered by everybody. Only a week later, the only people who will care about her are her close friends and family, and her belongings won't be worth jack shit. Oh, and the song itself is soulless, easy listening garbage that should have been condemned to a company onboarding video. This is just a solid feel-good tune. The second half of the second verse is killer, there's a great chorus, and I absolutely love the slowdown on For the First Time. The bridge does a great job of raising the conflict and mistakes and capturing the fight they're having, while still maintaining the feel-good mood of the song. It's good pop music, what else do you want me to say?
Your fucking nightmare.
Here's how to write a hit song featuring Soulja Boy. 1. Inception trailer. 2. Play a bass note a few times. 3. Loud snares. 4. Add some treble and make it haunting or something for some reason. 5. Loudly exhale into the microphone during every line. 6. Don't emote. Emotions are weakness. Weakness is bad. 7. Make sure you use lots of hip slang, dog, to keep up to date with the kiddies. Swag, YOLO. 420. 8. Hey!
This has been what I've considered to be the shining example of what dance music should and could be ever since middle school. It has energy without being overbearing or blasting. The synths play real riffs while still having a steady beat which can keep people going on the dance floor. And of course it has an absolute killer hook which balances out Pitbull's existence.
Your fucking nightmare.
Lazy minimalist hip-hop needs to go down in history as one of the worst things ever. Apparently you don't need more than drums playing a standard dance beat with a bass that slowly goes across 3 notes to make a huge song. You can crank this shit out in an hour. And it's because most people don't really care about your rap vocals provided they aren't terrible. You don't need to try on those either. Why would you even bother taking time to write music when this is what's popular? It's a shame if the drums on the song are a little too loud, because underneath them is a beautifully melancholic piano line, coupled with a guitar riff to fill in the gaps. Hayley Williams absolutely slays this hook, and B.O.B. does his job too. I'm surprised to find something this beautifully haunting in the top 40 of any year.
Your fucking nightmare.
Look, I'm gonna keep it straight with you, Chief. It's 2018. If you need me to explain why I'm a Bee by the Black Eyed Peas is a terrible fucking song, you are without a doubt beyond saving. Everything about this song is absolutely painful to listen to, and it does the classic Black Eyed Peas, let's change to a different song at the end because we don't know what the heck we're doing. And yeah, it's an improvement, but it doesn't save the first 2 minutes. This is truly A-game Kanye, featuring the great Kanye production of Monster, the energy of Flow, a great flow, a great chorus to boot. It doesn't even have a melody, it's just that great of a chorus. There's a guitar line that does whatever it wants for the second half of the song, and I love it. And King Crimson, like, enough said, King Crimson. This is the type of song that gets you going. It gives you that power that no one man should have. So that's why you have a party instead, to spread the power. And gosh darn it, does this song deserve a party?